Parole violation original hearing for Color OG Arts and Crafts Bunderson. That is you, correct?
Correct. See this? Any poser you see wearing this is, correct him, Color OG. Tutorial coming soon.
And no, this is not a comedy. He actually legally changed his name to OG Arts and Crafts Bunderson. And this was the last video he posted to his account before getting locked up again. You see, it was back in 2015, which he was arrested for doing the unimaginable to his 95-year-old adoptive father. And then since then, he has been in and out of prison. And here he is on another revocation hearing. Now, some of you may have seen him. It's hard to forget, but I'll give you an update, a 2025 update as to where he is today at the end of the hearing. Now, let's jump in.
And you've since been adjudicated on a new case. It's case 231-907-324, stalking, Class A misdemeanor. Is that your understanding?
I got that case, and I finished it. It expired last month.
Right. Now, those 3 parole allegations, we need to go over those today. The first one is the same as the new offense. The first allegations by having committed or having been convicted of a new criminal offense, stalking, April 7th of 2023. Do you admit, deny, or plead no contest to that?
Or the prison record?
Right. For the parole violations.
Or the stalking.
Right. Allegation 1 is in relation to that stalking. So in regards to the parole allegations, this is what occurs generally at the parole violation hearing. Go over the allegations, have you enter pleas.
Well, yeah,
that's what I'm doing right now.
I got found guilty. I was on the outside court.
Okay.
So yeah, guilty.
Okay. And then allegation 2 is by having committed or having been convicted of new criminal offense, interference with arresting officer. Do you admit, deny?
Not guilty. I was found case dismissed. I was found innocent.
Okay. And then the final allegation by having committed or having been convicted of a new criminal offense, reporting an emergency falsely, September 27th of 2023.
Not guilty. I was found, the case dismissed.
Okay. And I'll recommend that allegations 2 and 3 be dismissed.
Okay.
Now, as you mentioned with that new conviction, that case expired on September 27th. Your final expiration date on all of the cases is January 8th of 2025. So it's approaching here shortly.
Yeah.
Did you want the opportunity of release leading up to that expiration date and be on parole for a month or 2?
I did. Everyone's telling me I'm crazy to take parole, but I don't have a problem on parole. I don't do drugs. I don't I just don't have to, the charges, like we saw, the charges I was found innocent of, those 2 violated me on parole originally, but I was found innocent of them.
So you'd prefer parole for a couple months leading up to the expiration?
I want to get out as soon as possible. I don't have a problem taking parole.
Okay.
I believe my lawyer was going to ask for immediate release with parole, and that's what I want to.
All right.
And I do have money. One thing is, though, I won't have time to do any classes on parole. Like classes are generally 4 to 6 months, or
it would be a period of monitoring and,
yeah,
and transitioning back into the community leading up to that expiration date is what it would be.
Yeah. And one thing is, though, so my new victim, the stalking charge, I'm okay not contacting her. I don't want anything to do with her. She just doesn't want to talk to me. I'm not going to talk to her. But my brother and sister, because of my grandpa is technically a victim, you guys put, I can't talk to anybody related to my victim. So that includes my brother and sister. Even though they didn't do anything, they have nothing involved with me. We're on good terms. I've been talking to him in prison, but he manages my money, and my sister helps me with everything else, brings me stuff. She supports me in general. So I need to be able to talk to those 2.
Okay. I'll inform the board of that. Now there's 3 options. 1, you get released as soon as possible back on parole, period of transition, monitoring up until your final case expires. The other option is the board could grant a termination of sentence prior to that expiration date. Third option being you serve out the remainder of your sentence to that January 8th, 2025 date.
Yeah, and I don't have like I'm within my guidelines for parole, and I've behaved since when I came back to prison. I was kind of excited, and I think he said I had 5 write-ups and some negative C notes. But since November of last year, I've been behaving all year this year, and I've been taking my meds. I see a doctor outside of prison for meds. So I mean, I know how to take care of myself. I worked 3 jobs on parole at once for a moment. I was a Chinese waiter, worked at a Chinese restaurant. I worked at Little Caesars, then I did security, and then I ended with just doing security. So I mean, I'm able to take care of myself. Yeah.
All right. Well, it's going to be one of those 3 options. I don't know what direction the board will go, but I'll give them all the information that you mentioned today for their consideration. They'll be able to deliberate over the next couple weeks, make their final order, mail it out to you in a couple weeks. So,
Okay.
all right. Thank you for your time today.
Now, let me update you. It is a surprise update, and that is that he is not out. He is still in prison. Now, he should have been paroled a year ago. And when I went into the research and saw that he's still locked up, I said, wait a minute, what's going on? So I did, my little type of internet, whatever. I couldn't find anything. So I got the old Sir Richard out of retirement. I said, Sir Richard, I got Mr. Artinson Crafts Bundleston over here or whatever, and he's still in prison. Why is that? So he comes out of retirement. Sir Richard does his thing. And apparently, what it looks like is that, how in this hearing he said, oh, these charges were dropped, that was dropped, this was dropped. No, that was not true, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It was not dropped. It seems that he's still pending some final hearings. And now what's going to happen is that he is actually going to have another parole hearing, and we will track it for you. Sir Richard will track it, and we will play it for you. Now, Utah stopped showing video in the hearings. They stopped because of, I think, yours truly. They just didn't want to do it, and so that's why we haven't been showing as many Utah parole hearings. Although I have over 1,000 hearings from 2024 and 2023 that I haven't shown you yet. So I can always do more Utah if you want me to, but I can do a voice only. I think that Arts and Crafts has earned it. Now he scares me. I was looking at his different accounts and stuff, and I saw a lot of insinuation. It's just insinuation. There's no proof, but insinuation of being maybe potentially a chomo as well. Again, this is just things that I saw, like him talking to people who look much younger, asking their age, them saying "I plead the fifth" in the response, and him thinking that is so funny. And it's look, again, it's just a thought. But anyways, you remember what he did to his 95-year-old adopted father, beating him so badly. That was his initial offense, and this last offense, he got a stalking charge, and then there was a protective order placed on him because of that, and he violated that protective order. So a scary dude who I think has no insight or impulse control, and who should remain locked up. Anyways, we'll keep track of Mr. OG over here and Arts and Crafts. And with that, I'll let you go.
Man, I was a Chinese waiter, worked at a Chinese restaurant. I worked at Little Caesars, then I did security, and then I ended with just doing security. So I mean, I'm able to take care of myself.